Hi, I'm Andrew Foyle, and I was in King's Elm between 1984 and 1989. What am I doing now in terms of business-wise? Well, I'm broadly an entrepreneur, so I like building my own businesses, and I'm currently the founder and CEO of a company called Miappy that helps brands find social content, authentic social content, real content from real people. And I was asked to look at, how would I describe my job in 3 words? And that's actually really tricky because it's always so different. So I was going to say, every day is different. It's just when you're an entrepreneur, it's not like just doing the same thing all the time. There are different challenges every day. And that's partly one of the things that makes it exciting to do. I got into entrepreneurship. How do I get into becoming an entrepreneur rather than just going to get a normal job or becoming a lawyer or becoming an accountant or whatever? It was really because when I was 11 years old, I think it was just before I came to Millfield actually, my dad became managing director of a big global publishing company. I rather liked the fact that he had a business card that said managing director on it. And he gave me one of those capitalistic life lessons at the time where he said, if you want to have that on a business card, you need to have something to manage and you need to have something to direct. And I decided the quickest solution to doing that was actually to start my own business, because then I was sort of instantly managing director of the business and I could put that on a card. And I guess that's what really got me into wanting to be an entrepreneur rather than just working for somebody else. I'd rather work for myself. And certainly I love running my own business. I love the fact that I'm both my own boss, but also have responsibility for, a team of people and trying to grow a business and, nurture people and develop products and all those sorts of things. I mean, it means the buck really does stop with you, which I sort of prefer that. I quite like that, but it also brings its challenges because you're often out there pitching the business and you've got to seem enthusiastic and keen every time you're out there trying to get business and get funding into it. And somehow you've got to make it look like it's the first time you've ever done it, even if you've done it 50 times before. So how do you look, fresh and feel excited about it the next time you go in and pitch to somebody can certainly be a challenge. And you have to you've got to make sure you feel like your glass is half full, even when it's only got a drop in it, if you're building your own business. That's certainly a challenge. And I certainly feel that my time at Millfield was incredibly relevant to what made me go in that direction. I think maybe it was always in me to be slightly entrepreneurial, but I think being at Millfield, it instilled that feeling of anything is possible. And nothing's beyond your reach if you strive for it. And I think that hopefully you'll look back and realize that what a great bunch of teachers and coaches are there at the school to help you get the best out of every opportunity you've got, and to take the best advantage and to strive for that bit of extra growth and driving that bit further forward. I think that's one of the key things that Millfield brings. And in fact, Millfield itself was founded really by a maverick entrepreneur. And I think that style and that ethos still sort of flows through the blood of Millfield, really. It's still a bit of a maverick school. So it always likes to think outside of the box and do things a little bit differently, which I think is great. And I think that's one of the key benefits of the school is how it works, and it instills that view that they'll find a talent in anybody, and they'll encourage you in whatever area you're interested in. I was asked what is the best bit of advice you could pass on to your teenage self. That's always a really tricky one when you're trying to look back and say, oh, all the things I could have done differently. And I think one thing I would say is just appreciate the huge advantage that you've got by being at a school like Millfield. And it gives you so many opportunities. You may not appreciate them while you're there, but if you can sort of step up to the mark and make use of every opportunity you're given, then I think you'll really benefit from that later on. And whether it's academically or from a sporting point of view, or just tapping into that great global community of overachievers that you're effectively now part of. You're one of them, and there are loads more like you out there, both that have been there before and in fact will be there in the future. I'm making connections with people that left the school way after I'd been there, as I'm now getting a significantly grey-haired old Millfieldian. But look, I hope that advice has all been useful and given you, you know, some ideas of how I found Millfield helped me get to where I am today. And best of luck to everyone in the future.